Man, look, it's Dennis back there. Oh, wait a minute. Here I am. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, guys. How is everybody doing? I'm trying to see what I got going on here on
Everything.
this tablet.
Everything.
Tessa, why is there a bunch of stuff listed on here? Because that is not my events page.
Yeah, it is.
No, it is not.
It is.
Now we need the regular page.
I need the regular page.
Oh.
Technical glitches, but it's all right. Ain't nothing about dying.
How is everybody doing? Hope everybody is rested and relaxed from this weekend.
And a little bit of the con blues though.
The con, yes,
Yeah.
not only con, but
That sort of celebration blues.
the celebration blues.
You know, you hang out with all these people, and you know, you only get to see most of them once a year. And,
Yes.
And you catch up, and they're like family, and then you got to say goodbye, and you feel all sad, and you want to cry, and
You want to cry.
you want to cry.
All right.
Hi,
Hey,
Jay.
Jess. The calendar's not on the top of the page.
Need help finding it, Dad?
Sure it is. I've got it. Right there.
Not on the top of this one.
What the? What? That looks different.
So this is totally different than what.
Yeah, I've got it.
Take this up to Mom so she can figure out what's going on because that's not updated right.
Yep.
All right. Well, I will go this route. All right. How's everybody doing? We are almost. Let's see, what is today? The 16th. Dude, we're just over, literally just over by a couple days. A month away
Right.
from Heroes for Kids Comic-Con.
Exactly.
That awesome. This past weekend, I hung out with Jerry the King Lawler. That was awesome getting to hang out with him. Now, just to give you a heads up, Jerry Lawler saw our exclusive, not our poster for Heroes for, not our advertisement poster, but the actual exclusive poster for Heroes for Kids Comic-Con, and he loved it.
Good.
So that is awesome. So look.
Finally got to talk to the guy and introduce myself. And
Jerry? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he's
The
an
guy.
awesome guy.
Yeah. So he was like, "Oh, you're the third guy I keep hearing about." And
Yes,
it's a
yes.
pleasure to meet you. And
so
Ray
yeah.
Brown actually recognized me from Cape
From
Cod.
Cape.
It's good to see you again. And,
Yeah.
it's like, oh.
And then he walks up to me and, "Hey Lonnie, how are you?" And I'm like, "Dude, the original Captain America knows me." Oh my God! Dean Cain was awesome. Got to meet him
Yeah.
in passing when he come up onto the statue Saturday, or come up to the statue and did his right before his meet and greet and wave hi to everybody. I was actually standing behind the statue at the top of the steps when he come up, shook my hand, and "Hey man, how you doing? Good to see you." And then just had my little quick
we
meet
need
and
to
greet
get
with
him
him.
in
Working on it.
work on. Yeah. You better work
See, but no, everything was awesome over the weekend. First, it started off Thursday night at Metropolis Super Bowl.
on. Yes. That was
had a
fun.
blast. It was fun. So yeah, it was. I had fun. It was a blast.
All the hugs and high
All the
fives.
hugs,
and
high fives,
handshakes.
catching up,
Right, catching up with everybody, and yeah, it was.
photos, seeing some people that I hadn't seen in over 5 years.
Yes.
That was awesome. I mean, got to
that
see
was-
Allie.
Alec, yeah,
with all
the problems she
Yeah, well-
had with COVID and everything. Yeah,
and then
so
after that,
after
so
that, yeah.
getting to see Ollie, that was awesome.
Yeah, I
Um,
was glad to see her out and about. So, but
my Father's Day mug I got from yesterday. Yesterday, Jess bought this for me. It's a hot cold mug. You can get it at the Metropolis Chamber of Commerce or at the Super Museum. So it's Superman flying, and it's a hot cold mug. So I can have my tea, which I'm drinking now, or I can get my coffee, hot chocolate, and that. And trust me, I've been drinking out of that almost religiously the last couple days.
Yes.
So, or since yesterday.
Okay.
So I opened it up yesterday. She washed it up and had my first big glass of water out of it the other day. So yeah,
You broke it in.
I broke it in with a big, nice, cold, crisp glass of ice water. So
Like the penguin.
yes.
Okay, so anyway.
Saturday.
Yes.
Saturday was all. Dude, you and Cindy looked awesome.
She was the belle of the ball.
She 100%.
She when she got this costume, at first she was like, well, it's kind of a screen printed thing, and she wasn't sure she was going to be able to pull it off.
Right.
But then she was like, I need something that kind of gives it that flame bird
Pop.
thing.
Yeah.
So she talked to some friends who do belly dancing, and they said, hey, you can get these kind of wings over here. And so it works on the same concept as my Batman wings with the rods in there. So she got online, she ordered it, came just in time for her to put it with the costume, and it sold the costume. I mean, she nailed it. And so I was basically the 200-pound cosplay prop that she
yeah.
walked around with.
She looked awesome. Check out my Facebook page and Cindy's Facebook page. She's got photos on her that look awesome.
Yeah. Or the STLWW. That's one of her pages.
Yep.
Yeah,
look at the St. Louis Wonder Woman page. It's awesome.
We would walk down the street. We'd get about 10 feet. Here come another crowd of people.
Yep.
And oh my God, it's the X-Men. And so
I wish I could have done Gambit, but I had a commitment I already signed up for. That, and with the way my Gambit stuff is set up, with it bad as it raining and the heat, I would have melted and it would have fallen apart. So
and besides, it's not the Gambit celebration; it's the Superman celebration. So you had your mission. So So everybody, a lot of people were like, "Where's Batman?" And I'm like, well, I've got him in the car, but the higher it got, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to mess with that. So I just stayed Gambit, or not Gambit. I stayed Cyclops. And it was fine. And people were like, you guys look great. You guys look great.
Yeah.
And I kind of got to bask in her afterglow. But she nailed it. And
well, your daughter did that to you last year.
Women are always upstage me. What's up with that?
Hey,
but anyway.
No, I ended up doing an awesome photo shoot. Again, got to hang out at behind the scenes a little bit with Dean Kane's thing up by the statue, and then down by the and then when he went to his panel, I was doing that until I had to go to the photo shoot.
Right.
Unfortunately, thank you to my wife for fixing the zipper in my boots. Now, these boots I've had, my Superman boots I've had for over 4 years, a little over 4 years, and again, I wear them religiously. Just about every costume I have with Superman, I wear those boots, and it's, multiple times a month, and for multiple hours. So they've gotten their wear and tear. I wore the zipper out on the left boot, and it kept popping apart on me. I think we ended up having to fix it 4 different times. So hopefully I can try getting the zipper replaced on it. So I still got those. I'm already in the process of talking to my boot maker to make me a new set of boots. So hopefully I can get Superman running full steam again. Hopefully within the next couple months.
You need to practice your superhero landings.
And tell me about it.
Because you're hurting your feet.
I'm hurting my feet,
you're
blowing out my
busting your
boots.
What's next? Doing a face plant into the ground? And
No.
Tearing up the pavement or something? What's going on?
No, that's the corn sweat Superman.
Okay.
Yeah, he does that.
Yeah.
Now wait a minute. I can't say that. I do have the corn sweat suit, so I can't say that because now I've just jinxed myself.
And that's going to debut this
Thursday. It will be debuting this Thursday. at Dairy Queen in St. Jen from 5 to, I believe it was like 5 to 7.
5 to 7. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you.
5 to 7.
It's going to be from 5 to 7 at, holy cow, I've got 3 events coming up. Holy crap. Okay. Well, she doesn't have the one for this Thursday on there. But 5 to 7 at the St. Jen Dairy Queen. It's right off I-55 at the St. Jen Farmington exit. I believe that's exit 50.
150.
Yeah, the exit 150. So get the if you're coming south, get off of at the exit 150, the Farmington St. Jen exit. Hang a left, and it's right there, right next to the gas station. If you're coming north on 55, again the 150, you hang a right, and it's literally right there.
Right, you can't miss it.
Yeah, you can't miss it. We've got about 6 different DC characters will be there. Superman, Batman, I believe, Supergirl, or Catwoman. I don't know.
Yes, she's probably.
Do what? Thank you. Well, it's not updated. I don't know how to.
Scroll down, all the way down, and it should do it. And let go.
Upcoming events. Yes, it's on there now. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Now we've got.
I like
Then let's see. Then the 28th, you
We'll be up in
will be at St.
Charles?
Peter's.
Or St. Peter's. that's
St.
it,
Peter's at the Heroes
Heroes
Complex.
Yes.
And then I will be at a private event as Superman, a version of Superman, in Mount Vernon, a private event. So with several cosplayers there. So we'll be conquering, but divided, but conquering and dividing. And then the 29th, we will be in St. Louis at the Shriners Toy Show. So as soon as we get home from that, so that's in 2 weeks.
Right.
So as soon as we get home from that, from the private event in Mount Vernon, I've got to make sure stuff is loaded up, ready to go to the Shriners event in St. Peter's, or in St. Louis, which is awesome. Shriners means a lot to me. I hold Shriners near and dear to my heart. So it's going to be awesome to get up there and walk around as Superman for the Shriners toy event.
Jody says that was his first time through the Superman Museum,
Yeah,
and that it was fantastic.
awesome.
And Wyatt says hi.
Okay.
So
Jody, next time you come down, let me know. Or next time you want to go down, let me know. I'll get you an awesome. I'll give you a full tour guide. I'll do the tour guide.
Superman will give you a tour.
Superman will give you a tour of it. I started to give him an H1 there at the beginning when I first ran into him in the museum, but then I got sidetracked because I walked in and I got bombarded with photos. So I love it.
It happens.
It happens because again I was dressed as Superman at the time. So, but no, if you'd like to,
I think the same thing happened to Rachel. She was over by the Batmobile, dressed as Catwoman. She didn't get to leave. She basically spent all day.
Yeah. So, but no, if you would like for me to do that, I can. I've got a little bit more. I think I told him some cool stuff about the museum while we were there. I mean,
and they're on here too. They're saying thanks for coming out, pals.
Who? Super Music. Adam, Morgan, we love you guys. It was awesome seeing you guys. You put on an awesome show at the Hidden Gems, and everything going on that weekend was great. Saturday evening, first time doing it. I did the reason why I was in Superman as late as I was. I got to help with the auction, the Superman Collector's auction, and I had a blast. At times, some of the merchandise that I was holding, I was afraid to touch.
Mm-hmm.
Because
you bought it?
No. I never dropped anything, but the auctioneer did.
Uh-oh.
Didn't break nothing. Didn't break anything. But no, some of that stuff was. I mean, there was a few pieces in there that were older than I was.
That old?
Yes. I thought that like there was books and stuff that I was like I should be wearing gloves, or there was a few items like I should be wearing
It's not
gloves
the Dead Sea
holding
Scrolls,
this.
mister.
But again, the oils on your hands, even a small collectible like that,
Right.
can you can,
Right.
especially books and papers and that.
Right.
And it was just like I mean, I'm sitting here and I couldn't tell you how many times I went, oh my god. Oh my God!
Just be glad it was an Actions comic #1, actual mint condition.
Oh,
you'd have been like,
it's under the cape. Goodbye.
I don't know where it went.
Yeah. They had some awesome. I got to see one of the pieces that went for auction was a set of comic books, and remember the original. The Morgan did a beautiful job on the murals around town. And did a beautiful job on the big sign out by 24.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, and even
she got rid of the Hawkman.
She got rid of the Hawkman wings. Hawkman. Okay. Now the thing is that piece of the wing is in the museum.
Okay.
Okay. But the funny thing was during the auction. Mm-hmm. And again, the sign is beautiful. I wish I could have gotten out there in my suit to take photos with it, but I'm going to brag a little bit. I was the first Superman to take a photo with the new painted sign. I was. Yeah. It was like the week after she got it done. The lift was still there. No. One of the comic books that was actually sold at the auction had that picture on the cover of it. It was that picture. It was the Kurt Swan Superman Hawkman the Superman cover, and that's the cover that was. Right. So you clearly could see where Hawkman's down below Superman and where the wing went above Superman's cape.
Right.
And it was. So getting to see that, holding that in my hand, and knowing all of that, I was like, oh man, this is cool. So yeah, that was cool getting to help with the auction, and looking forward to doing it again next year. So,
okay, Jody says that if H wasn't a Superman fan before, he is now.
Awesome.
Which is kind of good because we're not going to live forever. Eventually, the younger generation's going to have to take over this.
Yeah.
So H, if you want to get into it, buddy, you better get into it. And speaking of Wyatt says that. He got to see Jerry Lawler, and that was a highlight of his.
Oh, yeah, Jerry was awesome. Red Brown was awesome. I got to talk to Red Brown about a little bit of movie stuff. Mm-hmm. So I remember one of the big things that I take away from the first time I met. One of the two big things that I take away from meeting Rep Brown the first time. One of them is not stumping you, but shocking you. Okay. I planned it. I planned it, and I got him good. And I have a good idea. I do this to a lot of my friends, right? Especially my close ones,
right?
And if you ever look at the back of this man's Captain America shield when he's out doing Captain America, I surprised him at Cape Comic Con when Red Brown was here with the autograph.
Right.
Yeah, I told him, I said, hey, I got something for you. Already paid for it and everything. He goes, what are you doing? I said, come here. He goes, what? And I said, here. I said, hand him your shield.
And so he goes, what do you wanted to say? And I'm
like, and you're like, what are you
I wanted to say to a fellow flinger of the shield.
Yeah.
Good to meet you, Red Brown. He wrote it out. I'm like, hot diggity dog.
So he wanted to kick my butt by the time we left the show because
that's what makes what we do so surreal is the fact that when we were kids we would watch these people on TV and we're like, wow, those guys are cool and all this stuff. Now we talk to them like we've known them forever, and it's just really cool. So
and then the thing I got, because I'm trying to get into the movies into the movie business a little bit. Hopefully, I have. If you haven't found, since I'm talking a little bit about it, but the Derek Todd Lee, the Baton Rouge serial killer, check out their YouTube and their Facebook pages. I play one of the detectives in the movie.
When's that movie supposed to be?
It's in the final touches and everything. They're looking at places in a few areas. Well, it was on the announcement. They're looking at like the Springfield, Illinois, and the St. Louis areas for red carpet and to do this.
So when you're handing out those red carpet tickets, don't forget your buddy O'Connell, the guy who took you to the Cardinals game.
Yes.
You know.
I'm looking forward to it. It'll be my first movie thing. But Reb and I got to sat down and talked a little bit Saturday or Sunday when it wasn't as busy.
Right.
And one of the things that I remember talking to Reb Brown about was he was in one of his military movies. He's up on this cliff. And he's shooting his machine gun, and he runs out of bullets, and he's looking at the director like, "What do I do? What do I do?" And the director's in the back going, "Keep going, keep going." So everything he does, so you see him going da, 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 with this machine gun. So when you then all of a sudden you see him change his body language a little bit on scene. And it's actually him making the movements himself because he run out of the blast.
So they had to add that in.
So he is literally going. No, he's on top of this mountain going. Actually firing blank cartridges. When he runs out of the blank cartridge, it's him going.
Is he making that sound?
Yeah. So he's doing the whole thing. So he was telling me that, and I was like, yeah. I said that was about like what I was, because again, I play a detective in the Baton Rouge serial killer movie. So I had to. Unfortunately, I guess I sunk a little bit too much into it because I sunk myself into it. Like, okay, I'm reading this, and this is me on doing this and doing that. And I read a lot of it, and like I said, so I battled myself a little bit in it. So, but it was okay because we got to talking a little bit. And it goes, okay, this is So it had a little bit of encouraging words for possibly the next role I get to do on, especially if it's something to do with law enforcement, because I do. I mean, again, that's what I do every day. So maybe on how to approach a script in something like that. When you've been in those scenarios, so it was like cool. Okay, so that was pretty cool.
Jody says Rev is always so cool. We talked about me throwing a trash can lid around my neighborhood riding my bike in the early '80s.
Oh, cool.
I did sort of the same thing, but it was one of those little toboggan sleds, the round one.
I wasn't Superman in red shorts and trying to jump off fence posts and stuff, or barns and stuff, or dog houses. I wore
a tiara,
an Incredible Hulk costume with a big mask, running around going and throwing stuff.
Which is funny because like on Friday nights was when the Incredible Hulk was on TV. Right, and it was usually on at 7 o'clock.
My first costume that I remember was an Incredible Hulk costume.
Our constant schedule was, as soon as Dad got off of work, come home, pick the kids up. We all went out to the restaurant. We got home by 7. We watched the Hulk. We watched Dukes of Hazzard, and then we watched Dallas. Right. And then I would go up and get into my pajamas for bed. And I would drape the sleeves of the pajama top over the.
Yeah, no, I grew up. I grew up with the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, but I was like, 12.
It wasn't Superman. I wasn't at the time. No, yeah.
You wasn't even born.
But no. So back to our events.
Yes.
Okay. Then on 7, 10, 11, 12, and 13. DC characters only. We will be at Marcus Theater.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I should be able to be there all 3 days.
Awesome. So I will be there in the new Superman suit. So yeah, we're gonna have a blast.
Yes.
And then the next weekend after Superman the movie comes out is Heroes for Kids. Heroes for Kids, brought to you by Heroes for Kids and Villainous Grounds. It is the July 19th and 20th at the Perry Park Center, Perryville, Missouri, 800 City Park Drive. Vendors, Friday is set up from, I think it's like 2 to 7. So, again, be there, be ready, get your stuff set up. Vendors, be set up Saturday morning by 9 o'clock. We want to give our VIPs the same treatment we give everybody else. So, which everybody's stuff ready to go at 9 o'clock, and that way they get, there's a reason why they're VIPs. They get first pick of the stuff that's out on the floor. They get first shot at our vendors and our movie stars, our actors, and stuff like that. So, so beneficiaries this year is the Dorn Foundation out of St. Louis, which they help our officers, our police departments, and our sheriff's office with funds to help not only training but also equipment that those officers need to wear it. That way we can have the knowledge to what we do for what we do when we get out on the street, and also the equipment we need to where we can get back home and be safe. To come home to our families. Then we have the Perry County Community Task Force. Shoot us a little bit about it.
Which is basically they offer services for families in Perry County that might be in crisis. So,
So, our awesome and talented guest we have this year
yes,
is second generation Disney animation artist Philo Barnhart.
Oh, speaking of Philo, when I see him, I'm going to ask him this question. How do mermaids clean their fins? Tide.
If that ain't a dad joke,
That's
I
a
don't know what
dad
it is.
joke, isn't it?
All right, then we have Rubber Raggy.
Right.
We have Scott Ennis. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we might have a video or something here within probably the next week that's going to be dropping
Right.
with him in it.
Right.
So, and then, okay, Scott Ennis, Scooby-Doo, Shaggy,
Astro,
Elro, even in Popeye from Chester, Illinois. Yeah, right across the river. So he's done Popeye.
Big McGraw.
But here, okay, everybody remember what was it, the 2000, I think it was 12, I think it was, movie with Matthew Lillard?
Yeah.
With Scooby-Doo, the Scooby-Doo movie?
Yeah.
That's Scrappy.
Yeah.
He voiced Scrappy in that movie. Didn't know that?
Not the live action.
Yes.
Matthew Lillard can do
Not,
voice.
yeah, he did, Scrappy, not Scooby.
Oh, Scrappy. Yeah, he did Scrappy.
He did Scrappy.
Right, that makes sense. Okay.
Yes. Then we have he also was the ring announcer for the Iron Claw. And he voiced Scooby and the gang. Just put it in the gang, because there was a lot of voices he did in 4 of the top grossing animated movies for Scooby-Doo. So, pinball machines, games, plushies, you name it. This guy's voiced it almost.
Right.
Then we have the talented Jerry the King Lawler. Check out his video. We'll have it posted hopefully within the next here in a little while. Jerry the King Lawler, again, got to hang out with him a lot over the
Great
weekend.
guy.
So awesome guy. Got to see some of the stuff he's going to be bringing to the show. Oh my God, the autograph, the pictures that you're going to have.
He's actually a very good artist.
Oh yeah, he is. Well, he doesn't do art too much anymore.
Right. But what he did have there that he'd drawn before was pretty good.
So look forward to seeing all 3. There's a reason why they call it. Click on the links. There's a reason why they call him the king. His accolades on championships, world heavyweight championships. Not like the Intercontinental Belt or Tag Team. He's had a few of those, but World Heavyweight titles. I mean, this man's got it. So look forward to seeing it. I mean, look forward to seeing all three of them July 19th and 20th. Man, that is a motley of a gang.
Yeah.
The venue, again, like I said, 800 City Park Drive, Perryville, Missouri. The red dot on there, again, gives you the directions, north and south.
That's what the building looks like if you're not sure.
And just to give you a heads up, we've got some goodies now, from what I'm understanding, on the Villainous Cafe.
Right.
So that's going to be awesome. Well, matter of fact, whoa!
What
I don't
did
know
you
what I
do?
did. That's the wrong one.
Playboy.com. What?
What? I'm going to slap you. That was not Playboy.com.
Okay. Pornhub.
All right. Well, I'm going to do this before we get to Villainous Cafe. I
Yeah,
want to do this. Thank you so much for our sponsors.
Right.
And if you're not on here, please send us a message. Any of our sponsors, and we will get you on our sponsor stuff. So Robinson Construction, Republic Monitor, the City of Perryville for letting us host this awesome event here in town. I mean, without City of Perryville, I mean, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. And it's not just the City of Perryville, but the residents of Perry County itself.
Between the presence that they show everybody, they put us out there for everybody to see.
Yeah.
Those guys are real, from the billboards, the newspaper ads, everything that gets us out there.
That's all
those
three.
guys spearhead it for us.
That's all three of them right there. All three of
there.
those do. I can't thank those three sponsors enough for backing us and helping us on what we do.
Right.
Then we got the River City Center. We have the SEMO Patriot Guard Riders, Rusted Route Farms, our friends Foam Forgeries, Living with a Purpose Heroes Complex,
Yes.
which you'll be there in a couple
On the
weeks.
20th, yeah.
Bear Engineering. We were there this weekend, the Super Museum.
Yes.
So again, and just to give you guys a heads up, the Super Museum will be possibly at Heroes for Kids Comic Con.
Sweet.
Talked with them, get to see their nice big van that they've got, the Super Van is what they call it.
Uh-huh.
So we'll more
Super
than likely,
van,
the Super Van will more than likely be parked out front.
Okay.
So to with some brochures and stuff like that to help with the Super Museum. So
Okay.
Rowley Brothers Trucking, Robinson Companies, Benning Ford, Perryville. Hey, you know these people.
Yeah, TG, Missouri.
TG, Missouri.
Yeah.
Missouri.
Yeah. St. Paul Lutheran Church, Marcus Theaters, SEMO University Foundation, the Done Good Grooming, Frank and Bridget's Produce, and All Creatures Veterinary.
And there's one that we gotta say because we just got them in today, and it is Perryville Walmart Store 82.
Oh, really?
So yeah, we
That's cool.
want to say thank you to them as well.
And Wyatt's going to be debuting his penguin costume. I can't wait to see it.
I
think
can't
it's
either.
gonna rock.
We already did special guests. Well, you know what? We'll do them again. Why not?
Special guests.
Why not? Dum dum dum. Ruby Roo. Scott Ennis, legendary cartoon voice actor since 1997. He is now living in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and he is a award-winning radio personality for Cumulus Radio. He has voiced Scooby, Shaggy, Scrappy since 1997. Scott has been in as I said earlier, the biggest 4 Scooby-Doo animated movies of all time, which is Zombie Island, Witch's Ghost, Alien Invaders, and Cyber Chase. He has voiced hundreds of Scooby talking toys, video games over the years. Recently, he has done the Scooby-Doo pinball machine, and narrated the Scoopy.
Those spooky pinballs, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. His
Ah.
tang got tongue off.
Yes. And then again, like I said,
Talking about Iron Claw.
then he was in the 2023 motion picture, The Iron Claw, with Zac Efron, which is the motion picture that is basically a biopic of the legendary wrestling Von Erich family.
You read up more on him by getting on his website.
Yes, man, you should get on his website. You should see all the stuff that he's looking at bringing: shirts, toys,
Yeah.
pictures.
He's got one
to-
heck of a
he
display.
he literally brings his toy to his toy shop to a show.
Right.
So I mean, it's awesome.
If you can't find something Scooby Doo from him, you ain't looking hard enough.
Then we've got please welcome again Philo Barnhart coming back to Heroes for Kids Comic Con. Again, his mother and father worked for Disney, but he worked on the feature-length films of The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Rescuers Down Under, The Secret of NIMH, Happily Ever After, and did the special effects for Star Trek, the motion picture. So any of you Trekkies out there. Also did a lot of TV shows, worked on The Smurfs, 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. Hey,
There's a tie-in, yes.
there's a tie-in. Wow.
Yes.
Jim and the Holograms. We also ran into Jim, the lady that does Jim,
Right.
not too long ago.
Right.
Space Ace, Super Friends. Hey,
Season 5.
season
Yeah.
5. So he drew Superman.
Yeah.
And Dragon's Lair for all you gamers out there, and many, many, many more. So he has worked with Disney and all types of. You can still all types of media. You can still find his artwork on Disney video games. You can find it just about everywhere.
You can even find him on the movie Mary Poppins.
Yes.
Flying the kite
Yes.
at the end.
Then we have the man himself, the King, Jerry Lawler.
One of the two kings that come out of Memphis.
Yes, one of the two kings.
Yes.
First one's Elvis Presley.
Yeah, that goes with
Then
it.
you've got Jerry the King Lawler. I mean, WWE Hall of Famer, AWA World Heavyweight Champion, WCWA World Heavyweight Champion. I'm gonna get tongue tangled on these. USWA Unified World Heavyweight Champion.
You not get 10 tongue.
Yes. And then you roll down here a little bit further. He won his first championship in 1974, earning him the King of Wrestling. He was also, he played himself in the 1999 movie with Jim Curry about Andy Kaufman, the Man on the Moon. So definitely get out here. And
Jim Curry?
I did not say Jim
You said
Curry.
Jim Curry.
I did not. I said Jim Carrey.
We got it on film. Hey, you said Jim Curry. That's Carey.
Jim Carrey.
Yes. All right.
So, yes, looking forward to hanging out with Jerry the King
Yes.
Lawler.
I'll make him bap you with his golden scepter.
No.
No.
I would take, no, I'm not even going to say that because I would say Superman would take a full-fledged chop to the chest, but Superman is not going to do that either.
No.
No, there's a reason why they call him the King of Wrestling.
That's right.
All right. Let's get into our vendors.
Yes.
Shoot it up this way just a little bit. Whoa, too far.
That's artists.
S is our artistes.
Yes.
For some odd reason, it's not one to play right. There we go.
Art-
Our artists. I'll let you.
Art by Autumn Sabo, Chris Ebert, Bob Hamby, Celestia Johnson Art. This person, who I don't know who it is, but her name is Tessa Johnson. Poetry's Paintings, Fantasy Realms, and Bill the Stick. So, yeah, but that's Tessa Johnson. She's not a
Now, what do you think about her? What do you think about her design? She created that. That was her.
good.
That
His
is her
name is
design.
Sparky.
And the little dragon on there, his name's Sparky. Okay.
That's the official name of the Phoenix Dragon. It's Sparky.
Okay, sweet.
It's a phoenix dragon.
Okay.
Named Sparky. Hold on, I gotta get
A
that.
dragon named Spark.
Hey, I gotta get that hair flip like she did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have enough hair to do that.
All right.
Okay.
Authors, we got Richard Beauchamp, Todd Black, Books and Crafts by Justice, Morgan Strom Comic, Golden Hollow, Winston Kincaid, Ellie Mack, and Deanna Morgan. Hey, aren't we missing one?
Maybe she remind me of Margot Robbie. She looks
Oh.
Margot
Okay, start off.
Robbie. Okay. Then here's some more vendors. 501st Rebel Legion, AJ's Comics Card and Collectible, The Bone Cave, Boot Hill Bat Fam, Chelsea Quinn Cosplay, Colonel Ambush Handmade Jewelry, Critical Crafter, The Crystal Lizard, Custom Wreaths by
Bev.
Bev, Duncan's Laser Engraving, Extreme Econ, and Foam Forgeries. You can take over there.
All right, we got Gotham City Collectibles, Heroes for Kids, Impressive Inc., Infinity Comics, J&N 3D printing. I was waiting on it. Just like our fan fiction, Leisure Time Treasures, the Little Black Cat Company, Low Cools. I'm not
Logos.
not the wrestling, not the wrestlers. Low Cools or Lay Cools. This is Low Cools. Marcus Theater from Cape Girardeau. The CHIP program, which is the Missouri Chip Identification Program. That is an awesome thing. And then Raymond Santa Parker Funko Pops. Son of a gun.
You're having a hard time talking. Okay, Pence Productions, Midwest Throwdown Professional Wrestling, the Perry County Ambulance Services, of course, the Sheriff's Department, the Fire Department, the Police Department, the Quilting Mother CR Printing Department, Red Brick Collectibles.
Then we have Brian Richard, Ricciardi's 3D, St. Louis Brick Fanatics, Villainous Grounds, and Brad and Lisa Worrell. Worrell. Okay. Let's see. Activities. I don't know if that's on there yet. Let's see what we got. Maybe that's coming soon.
We do. We got the cosplay contest that's going on.
Oh my God. Hey, that's a pretty cool picture. Those are pretty good pictures.
Yeah.
Look, even Superman with the mini guys.
Yeah.
Okay, costume contest, Saturday only at 3 p.m. Costumes, cosplay does not equal consent.
Yeah,
So, which means photos, no groping, no grabbing, ask for photos, stuff like that. Please ask before taking photos, no touching without verbal invitation. And the rules, this is the rules for basically the show itself.
And kind of common sense stuff
yeah,
anyway.
All children must be accompanied by an adult. Costumes must be family friendly. This is a family friendly event, guys.
Yeah.
HFK staff and local law enforcement may inspect any weapons or props at any time. And if you do not comply,
And you won't be reimbursed.
yes, and will not be reimbursed. No real firearms, guns allowed. Metal bladed weapons must be secured in the sheath at all times and will be tagged. Pro cosplays must be at least 25% made. Failure to comply with the rules may result in removal from the show. And the final rule: have fun. I mean, that's what we're doing this for. It's to have fun, raise money, and have a good time. I mean, and yes, I said that in both ways.
Who put "This is the way"?
That's been on there since day one.
Yeah, but why is it there?
It still is.
I mean, it's not really Star Wars themed. I don't know
Not
why
this
it's
year,
up
but
there.
it just stuck.
It just stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Categories for the costume contest. So it'll be 3 categories. You will have the 13 and under. You'll have the 16 and over, which is
that's going to be the 15 and under.
oh, the 15 and under.
Yeah. We're not going to exclude the 14 and 15-year-olds, okay?
And you have to apply for one or the other. You can't have multiple people. You can't go into one group. You can't go into the single. If you got a group, you can't go into the singles and then go in and jump into the group. It has to be, you have to go into one or the other. $5 entry fee per person, and it is cash only. And again, there is a monetary prize in for this.
Right.
At the end of that. So $25 guaranteed for first place, regardless of how many people enter. The amount will increase depending on how many entries there are. Second and third place will get a gift certificate and will be good to use on from Villainous Grounds. That'll be good for use at the store or online. there is, whoa, Saturday only, Smash Brothers tournament. Dun, dun, dun. A little bit of rules. 11 at 11 a.m. tournament in the gaming corner. Brought to you by SEMO Smash. Sign up at the gaming corner prior to the tournament. Entry is $5 per. Entry is $10. I'm sorry, per participant. Proceeds go to the con. So again, it is a charitable donation. You get in, you do that. Prizes. Winner will receive a gift certificate and a prize pack from Village Grounds plus a custom trophy. Costume trophy. Yeah.
Okay.
All proceeds for the tournament will directly benefit the recipients of the convention, which is the Captain Doran Foundation and the Perry County Community Task Force. No restrictions on controllers. However, controllers will not be provided. So it's Midwest rule set and Discord link provided below with the QR code right there.
Find it right.
And here are your brackets. You have a double elimination, the stage, and the counter picks. So you have all that right there on the bottom of it. Then there is a Dungeons and Dragons Saturday and Sunday. So we've got games. Saturday, exhibition game. Tyndale's Curse. That is from 10:30 to 1:30. That is free entry. Limited to 6 players. Experience any level. And I'll let you get going through that a little bit more. Now you have the other Saturday game, which is 1:30 to 5. It's a campaign. That is a $10 entry fee. And again, proceeds go to the Heroes for Kids Comic-Con, which benefits our 2 beneficiaries. So maximum of 6 players, and gives you a little bit about the game. Sunday campaign starts at noon. Free entry and have fun. 4 to 5 level, 5 adventurers must be thrown into adventure. Please read, and we will. That way, you see all of that. So that is a little bit of some of the activities we got going on. Dun, dun, dun. Event schedule. Don't do that to me.
No.
Would you quit? That's the chip program.
No chip.
Fill in the scrounds, hey. Dun, dun, dun. All right.
You're in your basement.
All right, let's get us back here again.
Okay, there we go.
All right, vendors. Okay, I'm wanting to see. And there's still more events to come. Those aren't the only ones. We've got a few other things we've got to take care of. So, let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh. Sandwiches. $8 including side. We have a chicken salad with
Celery, cranberries, and a creamy sauce on an artisan bun.
hardwood smoked pork.
Hickory brown sugar.
Additional sides is potato salad,
Tater cheapies.
potato chips, or carrot sticks. Sweet treats, brownies, blueberry bites, and salted caramel cookies.
Yeah.
Specialty beverages. The Scooby Palmer.
Scooby Palmer. It's a Scooby Palmer.
And then the Shagalicious.
Shagalicious.
Dude, you're going to have to come.
You're all going to have to show up as Austin Powers. I'm going to be like, can you imagine me coming up to this guy in this and going, oh, it's shagging time.
For everybody.
I did that to him before, Kate. So he was like, "Oh God, yes."
Add your
Shaggy in the shower.
you got
Oh god.
oh shoot. You've got to add your Fred. You got to add your Fred flair to it, though.
Fred Flair.
Fred. Austin Powers with a Fred from Scooby-Doo flair to it.
Oh, really?
Come on, you gotta come up with something on it.
Come on, Daphne. Shall we shag now, shag later? Shankies. Zoinks.
Beverages. Coffee, hot cocoa, cold brew, hot tea, cold tea, and bottled water and single sip flavor packs. So yeah, we've got one heck of a. I'm getting hungry thinking of it, and I just had me some gumbo.
Yeah.
And yes, I watched it. So happy mutton mutant.
You're having a hard time talking.
Happy Mutant
Happy
Monday.
Mutant Monday. I almost said.
Are you having a stroke?
Yes. Oh my God.
Double the club from that.
It's that occasional calling out. That's what it is.
One of these days, I'll actually be able to go to Heroes for Kids.
Who's that?
I swear it. Adulting just sucks. Cat blaming.
Cat. Kitty cat. Hey, yes, I know. But yes, cat.
Get yourself up here.
Yes. We'd love to see you. You never know. Jess and I may try coming down there. We just something we may just have to talk out and see what we can do.
Going to the House of Mouse. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
Yeah.
Have her give us the personal tour guide around Disney and Universal and all that. Make a day out of it. Try to get a weekend to shoot down there and see. Yeah.
I mean, when I lived out in California, I went to Disneyland, and they've got this Snow White ride, and this little kid was sitting in front of me.
He was on the grumpy seat.
Yeah, I was on the grumpy seat. The kid in front of me was in the dopey seat, because as we're riding along, out pops the evil queen.
Yeah.
You know, as the old woman, and she reaches out for you. And the kid, I swear to God, he about climbed over into my lap. He's like, ah! I'm like, it's just the evil queen. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's animatronics. It's okay.
Right.
It'll be all right. And but then again, he's probably maybe what, 5?
Probably.
So it's just like, yeah, he went dopey.
Okay. Again, we keep it fun, friendly, and fabulous for the I was
Movie, baby.
Yeah. For the family and not that expensive. So again, weekend passes.
Yes.
$10. 10. Saturday, 7. Sunday, $6. I mean, come on. You keep. Yeah.
You're saving $3 if you buy for both days.
Yes.
Yes.
Weekend early bird passes, $25.
It comes with stuff.
Yes, and delicious. You saw the treats. You saw the drinks. Come on, get it right. You saw the Scooby snacks and the Scooby drinks. So we have the early bird. We'll get VIP. The early bird weekend VIP weekend passes. Son of a gun, I'm having trouble talking. Gets the limited edition print for Heroes for Kids Comic-Con 2025. And again, done by Bob Hamby Art. If you haven't seen any of his stuff, go online and look at it. Awesome artwork. And it fits right in, the print fits right into the show. It is awesome. So again, VIP gets one of these for free. Okay? One souvenir cup along with a drink at the cafe. So not only do you get the souvenir cup, you get a free drink when you walk in the door. The VIP badge and early entry at 9 a.m. on Saturday.
So you get a full hour to
full hour of
with the celebrities and talk to the vendors and everybody else.
So you get first pick. You know how? I mean, because you never know when that stuff's going to sell out. We are still looking for sponsors. Because again, what?
Kat said I should only really cosplay Austin Powers.
Well, yeah.
Well,
Groovy.
I've actually had people tell me that, Cat.
No,
especially up in Hannibal, they said, don't you ever come as another character except for Austin Powers.
I know what we got to do.
What?
You do Austin Powers, and I do the mask.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. You got the zoot
Oh
suit?
God.
No, I'm working on it. That is one.
Is that what you're planning on doing?
There is no, not for Heroes for Kids Comic Con, but there is. I've been looking at possibly doing the mask.
Mm-hmm.
So you could just imagine Austin Powers and the mask walking into a show.
Yeah. sort of like when Austin Powers and RoboCop were in the Mayfest.
Oh yeah. We had one year. It was Love and Peace for our Mayfest parade.
Right.
You had the Love,
Mm-hmm.
which was Austin Powers running behind the trailer, dancing behind the trailer because we had the music going on, and grooving it up with everybody. And then you had RoboCop. You had me dressed as RoboCop standing in the back of the trailer, just waving at everybody for the peace. So yeah. It worked.
And everybody loved it.
Everybody loved it. We come in first place. I couldn't help it.
Everybody else was like in tie-dye. They were, had the headbands, the long wigs, and they were playing old 60s music through their sound systems if they had them. And
we were playing. Well, I don't remember what we were playing, but yeah, we
everybody kind of.
We had upbeat music, music of that in that era.
Right.
But again, it was the fact that
Right.
we had our characters dressed in some form, not
Right.
necessarily peace
We
and
actually
love.
followed the theme of the Mayfest. And
Well, we did, but we didn't.
Yes.
Because again, Austin Powers, fits that way for the love and peace, either one.
Right.
But RoboCop really didn't. It was more of the peace. But everybody else was.
Here's my piece.
But everybody else, we all had something. We all 60-ized each one of our
Right,
characters,
yes.
so it worked
Yes.
out good. Except for RoboCop. RoboCop come out as RoboCop.
It always seems like when we get to where we go off of St. Mary's and get onto Main Street, that's where people freak out.
Oh yeah.
Whether we're doing Batman and Superman, and they're all like,
Yeah.
shutting down the parade.
Sooner or later, we're just going to have to get, and we're going to have to come back out as our normal character selves, because every year we have found a way to twist our characters in some way, shape, or form to match the theme.
Whether it's a Western theme or the Wizard of Oz theme or 50s theme or whatever, it's.
No, but you are right. We get on Main Street, from Jackson Street to Main Street, not Main, but St. Mary's to Main Street.
That curve right there.
Curve right there.
That's where the main group of people.
And that's the reason why we started riding either in the back of a truck or back of a trailer, because we've bottlenecked it right there so many times.
Right.
That we've for safety for everybody, we've had to change up how we set up on the parades, especially here in town.
Groovy, baby. Perfect for Scooby-Doo and Shaggy. Yeah, baby. But yeah. So the Debbie and them up at Hannibal, they said, "We love your other costumes, but dude,
you pull it off
from now on, you better never show up as anything but Austin Powers, or I will beat you senseless." Yep. And so I'm like, okay, groovy, baby, I'll do that. And it's and even when I'm in another costume, that one lady always grabs me and says, "Austin, shall we shag now?"
well, I want to say something, because this is a person we haven't talked to in a while. That Johnny Blaze, Lyndall, we love you.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's one of the things I can't wait. Love you, miss you. Can't wait for the show. It's July 19th and 20th. We've got a lot going on, a lot of promoting that we're doing. If anybody wants to promote for our show, please like, share, blast our announcements out across the web, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. Blast it, please. The more people, because again, here's the big thing that we like to. Here's the big thing, and 100% true. Our show is 100% charity based. Vendors, when you walk in the door, you've already once you walk in the door to set your table up, you've already made your table back because we're a tax deductible event, which is awesome. So again, you're making so everything that you make at your table is profit for you.
Right.
You know, it's one of them that you know. And anytime we get sponsors or anytime that we have something going on, you know, again, the biggest thing is trying to make sure that we raise as much money as we can for our 2 charity organizations that we're helping out.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes.
Oh, I was laughing at a comment.
Oh, okay. So again, 100%, once expenses are paid, 100% of the proceeds goes right back out to the community. So anytime we get sponsors, whether it be a business, whether it be an individual, you know, businesses, individuals, if you want to stay anonymous, let us know. We won't put you up there. We'll just tell you, we'll just say it's an anonymous donation. So but we want to thank everybody for that. Yes. What you got? What's the funny comment?
The coolest cats I know from Surprise.
But yeah, looking forward to it. I can't wait to. I can't wait for our show on the 19th and 20th of July. What?
Steve, you said I was the coolest of the coolest. Laughing.
Oh.
Oh.
So again, meet and greet this Thursday. Yes. From 5 to 7 at Dairy Queen in St. Jim. From 5 to 7. Meet Superman, Batman, Supergirl, and whoever else is coming out there. DC characters only, guys. Because again, it's revolving around the Superman movie. So they're doing a big thing with the Superman movie. Heroes Complex, Dennis, you will be there. What is? It doesn't show on here. What are the times for the Heroes Complex in St. Peter's?
Right now, I think it goes from 5 to 9 is when it's supposed to go.
And then a big firework. Now
And then, yeah, well, okay. I think the first couple hours is going to be the, you know, like the bouncy houses and they'll have like a stage set up where they're playing music and all that stuff. But as it gets darker, then they'll go into the fireworks show and all that stuff. So.
And it'll be indoor, outdoor. Now, last time I was there, so they're not having people going inside playing in the games?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have people going inside and playing games and whatnot. But they're also going to have bouncy houses outside. And like they did last year, they're going to have a little carnival out in the parking lot. And then they're going to have the games going on. And from what I gather, I think they're starting to move the stuff into the new, bigger building. So
cool.
So they're eventually, I think their timeline is October 1st is when they're supposed to have their grand reopening where everything's in the new.
And I think I heard they're trying to get us to come up there for that as well.
Right. They're going to have a working bat cave in the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Right now they've got a small X-Men Danger Room.
Right.
They're going to have that over in the new building. They're going to have a working bat cave in that building, and then they've asked that, you know, I kind of be there for that one too. So so hopefully we can get that rolling and get that going. So
So yeah, we'll be there for that. Oh, so Heroes for Kids will more than likely be there for that one as well. So Superman, Batman, and all of us.
Kat, we'll talk to you later, sweetie.
Yeah, sweetie. All right. It was good hearing from you or speaking to you on the in the chat.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
I heard something. So I heard something that was a thing. It was a thing that she gave me the little at the top of the steps. Now I will be with some of our Southern Illinois friends that cosplay up in Mount Vernon at a private event up there. I'll be doing Superman for that. And then the following day, the 29th, which is, I know unfortunately you can't make it to that one because it's on a Sunday.
Right.
So characters, let me know if you guys can make it out to the Shriners Toy Show. We will have a table up there collecting money and promoting Heroes for Kids Comic Con. Hopefully we can take a small setup, maybe even sell some of our artwork and stuff to get more donations. So that would be cool as well if we can possibly do some of that. Then we have the weekend. Wait a minute. We've got 4th of July. So we'll be doing 4th of July. So 4th of July, I keep forgetting that because it's not on the calendar yet because we don't know what day they're doing the fireworks yet here in Perryville.
Right.
But Heroes for Kids will be out at the fireworks, doing the fireworks this year, or helping do a meet and greet at the fireworks. So like we do every year, and helping promote Heroes for Kids Comic Con, which will be at 800 City Park Lane, or City Park Drive here in Perryville, Missouri.
Right.
So the 3rd, 4th, 5th, whatever day they decide to do the fireworks, come out and check out. And we may even possibly do like what we did last year, because it'll be like a pop-up type deal. We may even do some discount on tickets.
Yeah. That would be cool.
So then I've got Toyman on the 13th, July 13th. We will be in St. Louis at the Machinist Hall in Bridgeton. That's always a fun show, so we'll be doing that. That'll be the weekend before, again, Heroes for Kids Comic Con.
Right.
So,
and don't forget, we're going to be doing the Superman movie.
Come out the 10th, 11th, 12th, and the 13th. I don't know if Superman will be there or not on the 13th, but the 10th, 11th, and 12th, Superman and his friends. And yes, I said it that way on purpose because it's a Superman movie. But Superman and his friends, not Batman and his cronies, but Superman and his friends will be at the Marcus Theater in Cape Girardeau.
No, Batman and his home skillets.
Will be at
Biddies.
and with Marcus Theater down in Cape Girardeau, the 10th, 11th, 12th, and hopefully the 13th. To be announced on the times. So be there. You'll get photos with it. We'll be there for photo ops. And you never know who will be sitting in the theater next to you.
That almost sounds creepy, stalker.
Don't know. Well, you don't know if it'll be Superman.
Yeah.
You don't know if it'll be Batman.
Well,
don't
even
know
if
if it'll
Batman
be-
was there, you wouldn't see him because he's so stealthy.
Yeah, you don't know if it'll be Supergirl,
Yeah.
Hawkgirl, Green Lantern.
Mhm.
You don't know who.
Yeah.
So we may even be jumping in during the middle of the theater or sitting next to you in the middle of the theater. So you never know.
Eating
How
your
cool.
popcorn and drinking
Now,
your soda.
I will not be eating popcorn and stealing anybody's soda. I'll have my own. Thank you very much. Okay. So,
Well, they would never know if Batman took their popcorn or
'Cause you're stealthy.
Because we're stealthy.
yeah.
Yeah. So there.
I'm waiting for Mom to take her Mongolian beef away.
So again, looking forward to all of this.
Yeah.
And just to give you a heads up, and if you want Heroes for Kids at Annie's type of shows, just giving you a heads up, we are already scheduling into next year. We are already scheduling into next year, and we are, again, this is...
Because he's Batman.
Huh?
Jesse said, because he's Batman.
Yep.
The B-Man.
Uh-oh.
What?
Jess, when am I supposed to be in Metropolis next year?
The second full weekend of June.
No, what day is Superman Day?
Well, it's not the same day as Batman Day.
Well, I could have swore she said April 18th.
That's possible.
If it's April 18th, I won't be making April 18th. Because I will be at SI Con or Cape Anime Con. I don't remember when Superman Day was this year.
There's a way to find out.
Yeah, what is Superman Day? Uh-oh. Yeah, we're already scheduling stuff into next year already. Hence the reason why I'm trying to figure this out.
Okay, we're figure this.
If I have to, I may be dropping somebody off at a show and hightailing it down to Metropolis.
Superman Day is April 18th, and yes, I see it's the same weekend as Anime Con.
And SICon.
I thought they were on different weekends.
No, we better check that because, yeah, that's triple booking me then.
Oh, bugger.
Wasn't me this time. Wasn't you this time.
Okay. Well, I'll figure it out.
We'll figure something out.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, you and I will be at SICon. Yes.
Who said that?
Chelsea.
Oh. I will figure it out somehow or another.
Yeah,
Even
we'll
if
figure
I,
something
yeah,
out. We got time.
Yep, I've
We'll
got
figure it
time
out.
to figure it out. If we will conquer and divide, and divide.
Yes. One director here, one director there, one director there.
Yeah,
And all of them with nothing.
So okay,
Just
I
themselves.
will
Sign
figure it
letters.
out some way or another.
Yeah.
So
Working on any costumes?
my super pen.
Yeah, your super boots.
I've got RoboCop. It's been painted. I just haven't had the time to sit down and work on getting the strapping system and everything set back up on it to see what I need to do.
Yeah.
I gotta go get some JB Weld 2-ply or 2-part compound to mix it up to where I can put the nylon straps in it and stuff like that.
Right. No more having your cod piece hit the floor.
No, I've got to work on. I've still got a little bit of working on. I was hoping to have it done by Heroes for Kids Comic Con, but it probably won't be.
Right.
Again, I'm still the painting portion of it's done. It's just getting home. It's really trying to find a good weekend that Jess and I are off and we're not doing anything Heroes for Kid wise, so I can work on that suit.
Right.
I've got 2 suits sitting over there that I want to try getting in the works.
Okay.
And there's a reason because I miss the man so much. Because I mean, from different shows, I'll bring the helmets over. So I'll bring the helmets over, and if you see what, if you can see what the helmets are, if you know. I didn't care much, and this is going to sound funny, but I didn't care much for the, what do you call it? The Power Rangers show itself. But, Jason David Frank was an awesome guy. It's hard to talk about because, again, he poured his heart out to a lot of people. He helped a lot of people. And unfortunately, if anybody had watched the documentary on HBO, you all know what happened. A lot of stuff come out on that. So again, it just, a lot of people turn to him for advice and wisdom and everything, and he took a lot in, and unfortunately he didn't have the outlets that he tried using to release some of that.
Right.
Unfortunately did not go as planned. And God rest his soul. Again, he was an awesome guy. Again, he was one of our celebrity members of Heroes for Kids. So, again, he is missed quite dearly. I miss running into him at the shows. I miss the, hey man, what's going on? When you're chatting just a random chat every once in a while, I just throw something and I'd get a response. Hey, headed to this way, or headed to this con. You gonna be there? No. Okay, we'll catch you at the next con. That was about the extent of our cons, and then we would the conversation online, and then it would be when we would get to the con. Oh man, I see what you guys are doing. It's awesome. Thank you. And then he would donate. So seeing that, again, he was an awesome guy. I want to say that. Yeah. And on that note, again, don't hold stuff in. Please let it out. Crisis, any suicidal tendencies. If you're in a crisis, pick up, dial 988, text it. Somebody will reach out. Somebody will get a hold of you. Contact your local law enforcement, your first responders. If you just need to get it off your chest, out of your mind, whatever it is, just, we love you guys. Again, being in the law enforcement for 24 years, I've seen the good, bad, and the ugly. I joke about it, but you don't know how much of a big reality it is. And Dennis, you could probably say the same thing.
Yeah.
Heroes for Kids is our therapy. We release it out in our characters. But you can ask Dennis, you can ask my wife, you can ask my daughter who's sitting behind the camera, checking out some of the comments that she sees on the computer, on my phone. They've seen me cry after a show. I've seen Dennis do the same thing. I broke down. So again, you deal with a lot of stuff on a daily basis, not just family life, but also, well, for me, again, being in law enforcement, we deal with a lot of it in law enforcement as well. I hear a lot about it. So it's one of those things, me being able to see another side of the world when I get to dress up. And then afterwards, there's times I've had to step away just to clear my head. And it's, so again, that's what Heroes for Kids does for me. And heck, I created it.
Yeah.
So again, pick up the phone, text 988 if you're in a crisis, if you have those feelings that the world's collapsing underneath you, call. We want you all here. Reach out, please. It should, instead of typing in a full long number, it's 988. So please contact somebody if you need it. Shoot Heroes for Kids a message. I don't doubt one of the 3 directors will try doing what we can do to help as well.
Right.
So,
trying to help you just get the right mindset to just hang on for a minute longer and just keep going. We've had some pretty.
I don't have the answers.
Dark times. Yeah, I don't have all the answers either, but I do know that we do care, and we don't want. We don't want to get that phone call that says that you gave up, and
I do have an ear to listen, shoulder to cry on, or I do. But no, it's I've had a lot of.
It's like what I told Mark Dodson. I said I kind of got into this, because I was kind of getting depressed, and this was my uplifting thing, and I told him. Sometimes life will put pressures on you, and it can either grind you to dust or it can polish you to the gem you were meant to be. And he said,
"We're still fine. We're still trying to find the brightness." And never mind that.
Yeah, I'm still a lump of coal. Yeah.
I was going to go a little browner, but that was cold.
Yeah, let's not go. Lump is as far as you go.
Let's not do the phone forgeries route.
Again, and I want to say this, and
say it carefully.
No. I don't know if this is a yin and yang, or we're just 2 peas in a pod, or what. But you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, out of the life that I have, outside of just my immediate family, this man sitting right next to me, and I say this with the deepest and wholeheartedness, or whatever you want to call you've been a brother to me for the last 10 years, and oh my God, how in the heck have we gotten into so much stuff and gotten away with it?
Because we know how
And
to run.
but it's all
We
been
know how to
legal.
run fast.
Yes, it's all been legal. I'm just gonna say it.
It's all been
Adrian's
legal. It's all
watching.
been legal, yes, but we know how to run fast. When Jess pulls out the phone forgeries,
Yep.
and the only way
So-
she gets us to stop is she threatens our Mongolian beef.
Yes. She threatens to quit cooking for us. But again, I had some good gumbo right before we come down.
Yeah.
So yeah, good cornbread and gumbo. So yeah.
Well, you better sleep with the fan on and the sheets off your lower torso so that you don't stink her out.
Cover her head up.
Yeah.
Enjoy the ambiance. So, on
I
that
think
note,
we just lost our Mongolian
I think we did lose some Mongolian beef.
If
I'm
I was
waiting.
sitting on the razor's edge.
On that note, what did you think? I showed it to you Thursday night. What did you think? No. Hey,
I
look
think
at
you
that
should
one.
be arrested. What are we talking about?
I showed you the trailer Thursday night on the way down to Metropolis. What'd you think of the OmniMax teaser or the OmniMax trailer for Superman the movie or Superman the movie?
It does leave me wanting to answer that question, where when he spins around with the heat vision, were those robots or were those people? If so, he's a killer.
I'm looking
Or
forward
a
to
weird
it.
can opener.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Everything I've seen
Yeah.
on it. Again, I've got the suit upstairs. You will see it if you come to Dairy Queen this Thursday from 5 to 7. You will see me in the corn sweatsuit Thursday.
Sweating his corns.
I don't got corns.
You don't have corns?
No, I don't have corn. As much as I'm on my feet, I don't have
Well, I'm
corns.
sure
no.
we're in St. John County, we'll be able to find some corn somewhere.
Oh.
Make it sweat.
But no, I will be in my all my Superman glory for the new movie, helping promote the new movie at Dairy Queen. So I'm looking forward to it. And then Marcus Theater, I'm going to be doing it down there. So yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be fun. New suit. I hope people like it. And again, this is the prototype suit, so it's not the. I'm looking to get an upgraded suit of the new Superman. I want to get me a new upgraded suit with it. So, but this one here was one I could get quick for the movie.
Right.
Because I want to have one tailor-made for me, a lot better tailor-made for me.
And have that as a backup.
And have that one as a backup. That one there. I mean, heck, I may even get a mannequin and bring it down here and put it on a mannequin downstairs in my office.
Right.
But which I need to do that with quite a few costumes.
Right.
But just imagine walking down here in a room full of mannequins and costumes. It'd freak people out if you didn't hit the lights right.
Right. Yeah, you come down here. There's somebody.
Pow!
There's somebody in my basement. Freeze! Oh crap! I just shot up my collection.
But no.
I forgot they were there.
No, I'm looking forward to. I mean, heck, I'm surprised. I'm surprised you ain't got mannequins of Batman heads laying around your. I'm Batman. Look what I did to the Joker. See, look, or Penguin.
Well, I got one of those. It's a giant toy. Look, it's fans about 3 foot tall. It's Batman. You open it up. There's a bat cave.
Right? Yeah,
inside,
you
right?
brought it in. We did.
I set it up on the kitchen.
Oh, speaking of which, grab a few of those. Grab the 3 things I picked up this weekend. 4 things I picked up this weekend from Superman Celebration.
I put it together on top of my kitchen table, and I didn't tell Karis I had it. She walked
Or that
out.
one.
She
the 2
walked.
Superman figures.
Where
and
did
then
you
the
set-
Superman. The next shelf up. Be the classic and.
She ended up walking in. She didn't know I'd gotten this toy, right?
Corn Sweat and Classic.
So here's something that stands about this high off the ground. It's a man with pointy ears. She thought there was a guy standing there. She let out a scream, and I ran out. What's going on? Oh, that's
And in the
Batman.
book.
I'm like, you know
The
that.
big book I had.
So
The one up, second shelf, second shelf.
Found it.
Yep, that one.
Adrian's getting ready to head to work.
Hey, Adrian.
Hey, Adrian. So
Few things. Well, do you mind if I show these?
Show.
A few things that I picked up down in Superman Land while we were down there. Now, one of them I picked up a couple weeks ago when we were down there. I was doing some stuff. This one here is actually the suit I was wearing.
when you had a
This
blowout.
Yeah, this was the suit I was wearing. This is the Max Fleischer suit. It is called the Classic Animation 1940s, which is the year that the Fleischer Superman come out. So it's the yellow, red, and black symbol. So that is the Fleischer suit. So I'll get a little closer to that. So all posable hand. You can remove the hands and good posable figure. I keep a lot of them in my in the boxes. Unless I get a duplicate, then I may post it. Then I may display it, or I may take and donate it to Hero. Yes, I do donate part of my collection back to Heroes for Kids, and then it sells at Heroes for Kids, and then it goes to the Heroes for Kids charity organization. I do that. I think it's something cool to be able to do. So, so I got that Superman a couple weeks ago when I was down in Metropolis, and then at the then for the Superman Celebration yesterday, before leaving, I picked up this one. This is the gold label multiverse. This is the Superman, the Corn Sweat Superman. In the new suit, but it is the damaged, battle damaged suit. So it's the dirtier suit. So I picked that one up. That's the gold label. I thought that is the first figure I got, minus the minifig that I picked up from St. Louis Brick. So both of those I picked up from the Superman Museum within the last couple weeks. So I picked those up. Those are pretty cool. Done by McFarlane Toys. Now, when I was at the auction on Saturday night, I saw this book. I had to get it. It is about inch and a half thick. It is the Superman, the dailies. So it is the comic strips that you would see in the comic book or in the newspapers. So, and this dates from 1939 to 1942. So Superman was the inception of Superman was in 1938. So this is the year after, less than a year after Superman was in Action Comics. So I thought this was cool. It's a full book of the dailies for what? 39, 40. So almost 4 years of dailies that they did for the newspapers is in this book.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty cool. I couldn't pass it up.
Right.
Got it for a good deal. Again, so, and then when we shot down to Paducah, while the wife went to shop, and as everybody sees, I am a huge Gambit fan.
No, say it ain't so.
That's something I mean. I picked up the Age of Apocalypse. It's the Marvel Legends series. It's Marvel Legends series, but it's the Age of Apocalypse Gambit with the build-up figure. I think they're building Orphan, but now, granted, I'm only going to be getting the Gambit one, which was check out the comic book for that time. It was Gambit and the Externals. But he's not in his. He's more of a scoundrel. He's more. He goes back to the more thievery type. But I picked that up. That is actually pretty cool too. I'll show you this one. I'll pull that one up a little bit. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I found that one. I've been looking for that one for a while. And then real quick, here's the Corn Sweat Gold Label damaged suit. Comes with 2 hands for flying, and he's got his fists there. But the suit's all dingy and dirty. That's what the back of the box looks like. So yeah, so it's pretty cool. Was able to pick these items up over the week, within the last couple weeks. So I thought that was pretty cool. Give us a little bit. Again, I'm really looking forward to seeing the movie of Superman. Actually, I'm looking forward to seeing Clayface. Clayface was another. Now the Batman, they're still working on the script, but they're still claiming, and I read this today, that they're still claiming it's supposed to be June of next year that it's supposed to be coming out.
Right.
So I mean, that's a hard push.
Yes, it is. And they're still working on Matt Reeves' The Batman 2.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Is that the one?
That's the one I'm talking about. It's supposed to be
Yeah.
the Batman Brave and Bold. There's nothing that it's not even. It's still to be announced.
Right. From what I gathered, they're in pre-production.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff.
They still haven't even
Yeah.
found the Batman, the guy to play Batman for it. Now I've heard a lot of names to come out of it.
Right.
Give me a second. Let me see what I can find here. Nope.
Need help?
Nope. That didn't come out right.
I mean, there's a whole list of names of people that they've talked about. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh yeah. The guy off of Alan Rickman. Now I've seen concept art
and
for the guy that plays in the Yellowstone spinoff with Harrison Ford in it.
Mhm.
That guy would be, and that guy there looks like he's about the same age as David Cornsweet.
Mhm.
He'd look awesome. He's got that rugged build to him.
Right.
He's not real big like what
Reacher.
like what
Yeah.
Reacher is, but let's try this out.
From what I read, people have been saying, "Hey, how about just using Pattinson?" Gunn and Reeves have talked about it
Yep.
and decided they don't think that might be the way to go. They're going to stick with Pattinson being in his own little universe. Right now, is still the plan. So.
All right, right now, looking at this right now, and again, I just pulled it up, and again, don't believe everything you read on the internet. Superman, yes, is already, we're getting ready to see it less than a month away.
Right.
Supergirl, I think middle of next year. Clayface is a big focus, and they're focusing a lot of that on from what they, it's the same Clayface that we see in the Creature Commandos. So but the movie is based off of that. Yeah, Clayface was in Creature Commandos, the TV show Creature Commandos. He was in the last episode.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was same as Batman.
Right.
Then you have, which again, there's still not a lot going on with the Batman 2 script still in development. Then other notable projects, they're saying the Brave and Bold will focus on Batman and Damian Wayne, the Authority. Then you have, let's see, wait a minute, this is definitely not what I read earlier. Everything DC and Beyond, and this is coming from Screen Rant. July
Is Superman.
is Superman. This July.
Yeah, this July.
Okay. Supergirl, June 26th of next year. Next year. Clayface, September 11th next year.
Hey, 2 days after my birthday.
They're calling for Batman, which is still Batman Part 2, the Batman Part 2, which is still considered an Elseworld. So Pattinson is not going to be part of the
Main DC.
main DC universe, and it's they're calling for October 1st, 17. So it's
17?
not 27.
27,
So they're
yeah.
pushing it out another almost 2 years now.
Right. Well,
Oh, shoot.
I'd rather they take their time and do it right.
Yes. Dynamic duo. They're looking at, and it's supposed to be an animation type movie,
Right.
and it's they're looking at around June 30th of 28. Sergeant Rock, to be determined. Batman Aztec.
Azteca.
Interesting.
So-
Take the Imperials. Clash of Empires.
That is a Elseworld animation movie that to be announced.
Yeah.
The Authority, to be announced. Brave and Bold, the big Batman one that we were still to be announced.
Right.
Teen Titans movie, to be announced. Bane and Deathstroke, to be announced.
Ooh, that
Swamp
would be
Thing, to
amazing.
be announced. Constantine 2, which is an Elseworld sequel. I don't know. I've heard different things on that one. I've heard it was already in production, or I've heard that it's. So again, you've got there's a lot of stuff. So again, the one thing I didn't see on there was, I have to flip back. Batman, Clayface. Where is? And I know they're working on it. Where is our lanterns?
Are you talking the TV show?
Yeah.
TV show, it's supposed to come out sometime this summer.
Yeah, I thought.
Those are all the movies.
No, that TV shows were in it
Where
too.
TV shows are in it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, from what I gather, Lanterns is also going to come out probably at the end of July. Or
Well, here, I'll do it this way.
let's find out for sure.
Okay, this is from GamesRadar.com. Superman, Supergirl, Clayface, Batman 2, Brave and Bold, Titans, Wonder Woman, which we know Gunn is working on that script.
Right.
Swamp Thing, Authority, Dynamic Duo, Peacemaker 2,
See,
Lanterns, there we go.
When's that supposed
Release date is 26. So next year.
to be? Wow, they pushed it back.
According to GameRadar.com, 26.
Does
The
it say
series,
what month?
the series has a 26 release window, and production is now underway, as confirmed by a first look image.
They just pushed it back.
So
Okay.
yeah. So there's still a lot. I mean, again, the original slate that James Gunn originally said, what, almost 4 years ago, whatever it was, is completely wiped off the board because they're going now through different. They're going through different. Now they're doing different stuff. So yeah, it's. As much as I want to say it, I'm just waiting on the movies to come out.
Right.
And, when they come out, I'm going to get excited. When I see news, I get excited.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, my big thing is Superman in under a month.
Yes.
I mean, awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. So, look forward to seeing it. Look forward to seeing who the big baddie is that's shooting the heat vision. And everybody says it could be Cavill. People are saying it's.
Are you talking the Ultraman?
Yeah, or that's what they're saying. It's Ultra, but I mean, it leaves too much to. I mean,
Yeah.
it's all now again.
Well, that's the way they get your butt.
Oh
to see.
yeah, it's just I'm interested to see who it is. Honestly, I don't. As much as I want to, I know James Gunn. As much as I know you've listed him on all the toys and everything else as Ultraman, he looks like Ulysses off out of the New 52. The costume, I mean, almost identical to Ulysses in New 52. Look it up, you'll see it.
Right.
And you'll see why I say that. And you never know, it could be Ulysses, but they call him Ultraman while he's in the suit. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Or he could be called Ulysses.
Yeah. Again, I don't know. But it's just, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing the, Superman coming into this. He's like this is like year 3 Superman. So he,
Right.
superheroes and, creatures and all that other kind of stuff is already living in the world.
Right.
Everybody knows about them. Everybody knows about metahumans.
Right.
So Superman coming into this, he's 3 years into his Superman career per se.
Right.
So him and Lois are already together. We know that. We understand it. So it's not an origin story.
Right.
Luthor hates his guts. Which,
And from what I've seen of Nicholas Hoult, he's going to make it.
he's pulling it off. And don't get me wrong. I love Jesse Eisenberg's Luthor. And I know that's a sore subject for some people.
Right.
But read the context of it. Read the context of the movie. Lex Luthor is already dead. Jesse Eisenberg's character is Lex Luthor too. He is the son of Lex Luthor. Read the context. And I may be reading something that other people don't. That's a possibility. But he even says it in the movie. I mean, when he's doing his meeting. The Lex Corps. Oh, well, that's named, oh, well, the company's name. No, that's my dad.
Right.
It says it right there. So this is a different Lex Luthor. This is Lex Luthor 2. It's not Lex Luthor that we grew up watching.
Right.
So again, what they did with Luthor, and they even pulled a little bit out of the Smallville stuff, because even in Smallville, Michael Rosenbaum's character as Lex Luthor went nuts.
Mm-hmm.
They just, instead of him going nuts gradually, they just said, okay, this dude's got a screw loose.
Yeah.
Okay? And I love the fact that he knew who Batman was. He was such a genius that he knew who Batman was. He knew who Superman was. But he still kept it a secret because he had him, basically, he was playing puppet on a string.
Right.
He knew what was going to happen.
Right.
And which was awesome. People don't look at it that way.
Well, even in the comic books, he figured it out pretty quick who Superman was. He, and he said, he played it off like, well, it can't be Clark because no guy with that much power would try to hide like that.
Right.
But then again, he said that so that everybody thought that was his mindset, but he secretly knew. And when he was asked, why didn't you share that information? He's like, because I wanted to hold it as my trump card
well, that's like, okay, he's, I think in a couple of the comic books and even an animated series, a couple of the animated movies, he even turned around and they said, what was that? There was one part of it, in one of them, he turns around and he goes, I just cured cancer. Give it to him a little at a time.
Right. And, he said we could give him one dose at $1,000, but instead let's make it 10 doses and it comes at $10,000 a pop for each one. That's the kind of guy he is. He's not wanting to cure cancer. He's wanting to make money off of
money
cancer.
off.
Which is why Superman tells him, you could have done all this stuff at any time.
But instead, that was actually Manchester Black in Superman #1.
Right.
Or the new Superman #1.
Right.
When he lobotomizes and kills Manchester Black, Luthor does.
Right.
he literally turns around and looks at him and goes, Manchester Black looks at him and goes, well, I've got a secret. He goes, would you like to know my secret? And Luther's like, well, sure. So, Manchester Black looks at him. He goes, Superman, does, all this time that we've been away and that we were doing this in Warworld, and, Superman didn't give you the thought of day. And it aggravated the crap out of Lex.
Right.
He says, here you are, you've got the money and the power and the knowledge to be able to do so much stuff, but instead you worry about ripping and tearing apart this one man that doesn't care
about you at all.
that doesn't think twice about you. He's more worried about doing something. He's more worried about doing something good instead of,
Right.
So so it aggravated Luther so much that he flips the switch on Manchester Black, lobotomizes the world of who Clark Kent and Superman are, and and sits there and laughs about it.
Right. Well, here's the thing. There are certain people that they know.
Chuck asked a question.
Yeah, Chuck says, should I wear my new Lord of the Rings cosplay to Heroes for Kids Company?
Oh, definitely do it.
Yes.
Do so. But for instance, I know that there's people who pretend not to know, but do know. Okay? Lex is the smartest guy in the DC universe.
Right.
Okay, so he's definitely know it. Okay. I would argue that on the Superman side of it, Perry White knew before.
Right.
He figured it out long before it was revealed to
Right.
him.
Well, here's where I want to go with that. That they may, hindsight says yes, but as you're reading it, they have a inkling, I guess you could say, saying that I think that's
He's possibly
right.
And
But I can't put my thumb on it, but because
he's too good a newspaper man not to suspect.
Because then now the thing is if they've changed it, if they've gotten away from that in the comic book, and I hope they didn't, because it's a catch-22 right now. If you have somebody that comes in and says, the problem right now you have in the comic books right now, when they redid Superman and when they relaunched it into the current act that they're in now with Superman, if they still stay the continuity from Superman #1 when they relaunch him, when they did the when they did all that from Superman #1, if they still remember this, if anybody recognizes or realizes Clark Kent is Superman, other than the few people that Luther allowed the secret to stay with, it kills them.
Right.
So you're at that catch-22 now. So if somebody in that world right now realizes that Batman or Superman is Clark Kent or vice versa, his plan is Luther's plan is to kill that person.
Right.
So
Okay.
they didn't set. There was no way for Superman to reverse that.
Right.
So, if they don't do something like that in the comic book, what was the whole point of doing episode #1 in this new series and wiping everybody's mind clean?
Because they realized that the storylines were running out if everybody knew. So they went back to square one. Okay,
Go ahead.
Another guy who probably knows who Batman is and who probably has figured out who Superman is. But he's not going to say anything either. And that is Commissioner Gordon.
Well, I would go on the lines of every villain
Right. I know
And
Penguin
with the-
knows.
I would say
Joker knows.
I would say almost Penguin, Joker, Two-Face, the Riddler,
Definitely Catwoman.
definitely Catwoman. But I would say Hush. I would
Oh yeah,
say
he knows. He definitely knows.
Clayface. I would say everybody, all the villains, and you could vouch for this one. I would say everybody in every villain that he has, because Raish knows, Talia knows, so you know everybody's got that. I've got this hanging over your head. Hence the reason why you have the longest reigning bachelor in comics.
Right.
Because that's always the thing. You can't be married and be a superhero because then it puts your family in jeopardy.
Right.
Other than Superman,
Right.
and he ends up creating super sons.
Right.
And then turns Lois into a superwoman for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But with Batman, I think everybody knows villain-wise.
Yes.
And a few
Oh,
of
yes.
Commissioner
Yes,
Gordon and a few of the top brass in Gotham, because they're
Lucius
like
Fox,
right.
and yeah.
Because it's one of them things that, and the reason why I say the villains know that he's both is because, and they don't want to say something, because that's what gives them that edge.
Right.
Because if they oust who Batman, Bruce Wayne is, the gloves are off. He doesn't have to hide the facade anymore. He doesn't have to, so he doesn't have to hide.
Sort of a
anymore.
check and balance. Between
Exactly,
the two sides.
exactly.
And you got to remember that when there was a gang war, Bruce Wayne sat in and mediated between
Yeah.
the factions to,
So
you get this, you get that, you get this, and you get that, and then you have to deal with me.
yeah.
And they knew who he was. Joker's on one side of the table.
So
Penguin's over
you
here,
know that's
Riddler's
like
over there.
again,
Yeah, they were-
the shot heard around the world where
Joker.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
where
Joker definitely knows.
well, the shot heard around the world where Joker shoots in the Killing Joke, where Joker shoots Barbara Gordon.
Right.
Okay, he didn't show up on Barbara Gordon's doorstep accidentally. He knew Barbara Gordon was Batgirl.
Right.
He knew Barbara Gordon had connections with Bruce/Batman. He knew that taking her out would tip Batman, would start tipping the scale. He knew that, and that was that pivotal moment
Right.
that you knew that, or he knew. Actually, you could probably go even further back than that. Or wait a minute, who was first? Was it the Killing Joke, or was it
Killing Joke was before the Red Hood.
okay, was before Death in the Family?
What
What was first?
Yes.
Google
Yes.
it. Who's got it? Google it.
Killing
What was first, Killing Joke or
Killing Joke was
Death in the
before-
Family?
Give me a sec.
Killing Joke was back in the 80s, whereas the Red Hood. was
Not Red Hood.
Or the
Death in the Family.
Death in the Family was back in. I want to say the 90s.
Come on, Joker, give it to me. What was it?
I'm pretty sure the Killing Joke was. She needed to be shot. Ha ha ha.
Killing Joke was released in 2016. Death in the Family was released in 2020, October 13th.
Not the animated movies.
Not the movies, the comics.
The comics.
Well, you could have specified that.
That's what we're talking about is the comics. Guess I could go over to
I
my.
lived in California when The Killing Joke came out, and that was back in like the 80s, mid 80s. So around the time that the Man of Steel miniseries came out, and then I'm pretty sure Death in the Family was slightly after that.
It wasn't much.
Killing Joke was published in 1988, and Batman Death in the Family was published also in 1988.
But okay, so
But
basically
Killing
the
Joke
s-
came out
It
first.
wasn't
But-
much longer afterwards.
Oh,
yeah.
right. But again, with him doing those two acts,
Mhm.
Joker knew at that point already who Batman was.
Right. Well, you could even say we don't know definitely when he figured it out,
Right.
but it would stand to reason that if he was beating the heck out of Robin with a crowbar, He's like, hey, wait a minute, that mask kind of came off halfway. That looks like Jason Todd. Hey, that's a ward of Bruce Wayne.
Right.
Okay, so
Well,
maybe
look at-
Bruce
well,
Wayne. That would make
but
sense.
again-
Bruce Wayne's Batman, got money, can get all the school toys. And
But
Batman's-
again, him going on Barbara Gordon's door
right?
and popping her,
Yeah, he
you
did.
know, he knew
Yeah.
right then and there.
Right.
So now he's got the Boy Wonder.
Mm-hmm. Beating him with a crowbar.
So he's taken out within a matter of months 2 of
So once he knows who
Batman's-
those 3 main are, anybody that comes afterwards,
Yeah.
Tim and whatnot, he knows who they are too, because now he knows where to look.
Yep.
But the thing of it is, he doesn't really care
No,
about who they are.
who they are, but he
just
cares.
Wants, he just wants
he
to
doesn't
make
ca-
Batman dance through.
He
hoops.
doesn't care who they are. And this is going to sound funny.
Right.
He doesn't care who they are. He cares who Batman is.
Right.
He cares.
He cares.
He cares about Batman. He doesn't care about the other ones.
right.
Because Batman is his. Batman's
Batman's
hope
the
in life.
yin to his yang.
Exactly,
That kind
yeah.
of thing. You know, he's. You're my
You-
purpose for being.
you
You
can-
complete me. That kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. Well, he said it in
Yeah.
the movie. So,
yeah.
but yeah, he considers himself the flip side of the coin. They're that balance, the
Uh-huh.
Lord of Order and the Master of Chaos.
Right.
You know,
You
and
know-
he just sees himself as that. And if Batman, he's had chances to kill Batman and didn't
And
do
then
it.
Yeah.
He won't do it because it's too much fun.
And
to
see,
do.
and what makes it bad, is this is going to sound funny, you know, and this has nothing to do with the Injustice Superman stuff.
Mhm.
But see, Joker knows who Superman is as well.
Mhm.
But and the thing is this is you're going to laugh about this. You're probably going to disagree with me on it.
Mhm.
But it's one of those things. Unlike Batman, Joker and Batman, Joker needs Batman as Batman needs the Joker.
Right.
Those two don't exist without each other.
Right.
But here's the catch.
That's why Batman won't kill
That's
him
the
either.
right. But here's the catch. Superman, on moral ground, will not hurt or will not kill the Joker.
Mhm.
But this is where you get that tricky the icky sticky with Superman.
Icky stick.
Yes. Well,
Uh-huh.
you put Lois, Jimmy, or, you know, not bleeding into the injustice in Injustice world, which is a prime example.
Right.
What will Superman do when you push him to the edge?
Right.
But Joker knows how to push Superman to that edge, but then go, oh crap, I better back off because he'll do it. He won't.
Right.
And I'm talking Superman. If I don't know how far I can push Superman. I've got a feeling I know, but I know how far I can push him, and I know I can push him completely to the brink because I've done it already
Right.
with Damien, or not Damien, with Jason, with Barbara, and I've literally taken everything from him, and he still
Won't kill him.
won't kill me. Superman, what will I do if I put Superman in that position? That scares the Joker.
Mm-hmm. Which is funny now that you mention it. Yeah, because there was actually where he went to Metropolis and Superman was like, you know, I could take you out anytime I wanted to, and he was like, look at him, you're no fun.
Yeah.
You know? And he was like, he didn't.
So
even-
he
didn't
jumps
even-
back over to Gotham.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
well,
does what he does over here and then jumps back over.
Right. So, which is funny because on the flip side of the coin, dark side. So true. Oh, Dennis, man. He killed that man over here. Ah! So anyway, but on the flip side, Batman, you know, he's not got superpowers or anything like that.
Yeah.
But he was brutal enough that Darkseid, he was like, I activated the spores. I'll blow this whole place up. And he's like, if the Amazon or the Kryptonian would have done this, it wouldn't have worked because they're not willing to go to that length. But you're a human. You're willing to kill your own kind in order to win, a trait which I admire.
Yeah.
So I will forswear Kara Zor-El.
Right.
You are free to go. And
Well, see,
See-
Well, the problem. See, and here's the thing.
You know, if they got into fisticuffs, Darkseid's mopping the
Oh,
floor
yeah.
with them. But beating somebody isn't always fisticuffs.
No,
Sometimes it's
and that's where it was. Batman outsmarted him,
right.
and that's how he got. Oh, that, and it was more of a mutual of respect. It
Right.
wasn't that, hey, you beat me, because Darkseid doesn't give
No,
two turds about Batman. It was the fact that Darkseid stood there and looked at him and goes, "Touche, you got me this time."
you got he's
You know,
like,
it's
well
like,
played,
okay,
well played.
well played. Now, on the other hand, Superman. Here's the thing, and here's the thing that a lot of people, and I'm not trying to toot Superman's horn or anything like that. Superman on Superman will go toe to toe.
Yeah,
Okay,
It has.
100%, and has, and you know, and it has flipped side to side. Superman, granted, has gotten the better of Darkseid most, but again, when it comes down to it, Superman is one of them. He's the proactive. He's not going to sit back and, again, strategy. And again, in that series that we're talking about, what happened in that series, it was the fact of Superman, Wonder Woman, you do this. This is our strategy. Batman was the strategist and said, okay, this is how we're going to do this. Let's go. You two distract, because that's literally what it was.
right.
And then Batman goes in and does this. But an all-out fight, toe-to-toe, Superman letting his guard down and going, I can, like what you saw in the animated series, Superman said it plainly. This is one time that I walk around this world like I feel like I'm in a plastic sack.
Or
Or
no,
a paper,
on a world of cardboard.
On a
is
world
what he
of
said.
cardboard. This is the one time I can let loose.
Right.
And
But you can
one-
take it, can't you, big man?
Exactly, and he lets him have it. And
They punch each other so hard the shock waves destroy buildings around them.
yeah, so you know,
yeah.
and then at the end, Superman was the victor because again, there was nothing dark side. Superman, even hitting him with the Omega Beam, did not affect him during that fight.
If you're talking the Justice League Unlimited
Mhm.
episode, well, he did hit him with that thing that caused all that pain, but he did manage to survive that.
Right.
Let's put it like
Yeah,
that.
and then you've got one of the best movies, and it's untalked about. It's a awesome movie, comic series, and it's both canon, not only in animation, but it's also canon in comics. Superman versus the Elite.
Mhm.
What'd he say?
That's
The
last
same
he
thing.
said.
But Superman versus the Elite, when he took out Manchester Black and all of them. You know, it's everybody talks about his weaknesses and all this other kind of stuff, but everybody doesn't realize that Superman is just as much of a strategist as Batman.
Yeah.
You know, because again, if you watch that movie, he watches how the Elite work. All the stuff they do, he watches them and learns what you write.
I know who you are too. I've known since you fell into the acid.
But you know, if you watch the Superman and the Elite, he studies them.
Yeah.
It's not one of them. It basically does a Batman. He sits there and studies them. When they get the best of him, he backs off a little bit. He studies them. He strategizes.
Right.
Then what does he do? He attacks.
Mhm.
He suckers them in. Basically, he pulled a play out of Batman's book.
Right.
100%. A lot of people don't realize that is a Superman trait as well. You know, but they don't. But again, here's the thing. you don't see a lot of that because it's always, it's love, puppies, save a kitten from a tree, and I'm going to pound your face in. That's Superman.
Yeah.
Batman's always the, I'm pounding your face in, but I'm doing it strategically.
Yeah.
Superman's not like that. It's rush in, pow, 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 and I'd save the world.
Here's how I would argue the difference. Superman, like you said, he'll strategize, he'll watch, and then he comes in, he sets it up so that they, pow, 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 and then they're like, oh God, he found a way around what we're doing.
Right.
And then, but Batman, on the other hand, he'll strategize and he'll make you almost defeat yourself.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. Superman, on the other hand, he's thinking
Right.
5 steps ahead when he's coming into the fight already. Hence the reason why a lot of times Superman wins as quick as he does.
Right.
Or because, again, it's hard, it's hard to, and again, I'm not tooting Superman's horn, but just,
Sure you're not.
but again, look, it's again, uh-oh. Still yours? Okay, he has an answer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, yes, the time that we see Superman at now, there is 85 years of history, almost 90 years of Superman history that's gotten us to about 86, 87 years of Superman history that's got us to this point that has made him the god that he is. He's basically one of the top gods of DC Comics.
Mm-hmm.
Other than the gods of DC Comics, those are the only ones that are actually more powerful than him.
Mm-hmm.
Even one of the biggest characters that they thought that was more powerful than Superman, Dr. Manhattan, which by all rights, if you look at power,
if he can exist in all time, everywhere,
exactly, he created the New 52 universe.
Right.
Okay, so Dr. Manhattan, one of the most powerful beings in DC Comics, more powerful than Superman. By the end of the
Watchtower,
Doomsday Clock.
Doomsday Clock.
Clock.
It. Yeah, that's
By the time the Doomsday Clock was done, not by brute force, not by brute strength, but by his mind, Superman beat Dr. Manhattan. So that right there goes to show you, it's not, Superman, he's got more to tell than just flying in, saving a kitten from a tree, and the damsel in distress, and flying back to his daily planet or to the fortress.
right.
There's a lot more to him that meets the eye. No pun intended to the Transformer behind me.
Yeah.
So, again, what time is it?
It's about
9:15 almost.
Oh, wow. We're running a little late. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
Again, Superman, the movie, coming out July 11th, right? 12th? But 10th, 11th, and 12th. We will be, Heroes for Kids will be down at Marcus Theater the 10th, 11th, and 12th. Possibly even the 13th. Come out, hang out with us for that. We will be this Thursday, Dairy Queen, helping promote Superman the movie and getting to hang out with Superman and his friends at Dairy Queen in St. John. They're right off of I-55. We have the 28th. I will be in Mount Vernon. Superman will be in Mount Vernon at a private event, while Batman is here at the Heroes Complex in St. Peters, Missouri.
Can I also do that one? The Heroes Complex?
Not unless he's taking you.
Are you wanting to go to the Heroes Complex?
Yeah, I've never.
You've never been there?
She's never been there.
I actually want to go there.
Hold on. It's fine. You may have a Scarlet Witch with you then, possibly.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Now, let's see what else we got. 4th of July. Here in Perryville, the 4th of July, sometime around that weekend.
Yeah.
Then we have, I feel like I'm missing something between. We have Superman. I don't have my calendar in front of me. Sorry, guys. And then the 19th and 20th, the big one of them all. Behind me, Heroes for Kids Comic-Con 2025. Jerry the King Lawler, Scott Innes, and Philo Barnhart will be here in Perryville. So, what do we got? Oh, I don't know what the heck happened, but that's okay. Jess, do you have anything you want to add? I gotta know. Dennis?
Now, we've covered everything.
We've even got into our little debate on Batman and Superman, like usual.
Again.
But it's fun. So, again, check out our calendar of events. Come out and see us. Come out and donate to the Heroes for Kids Fund to where we can help our 2 charity organizations, which are 2 recipients, which is the Captain Dorn Foundation and the Perry County Community Task Force. And again, Heroes for Kids Comic-Con is July 19th and 20th, just over a month away.
Right.
So, I mean, we're here on the 16th.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just, 33 days away.
Do we have a countdown?
No, we do not have a countdown calendar. Oh, no. I think that was done on purpose because it didn't want, because every time Mary Jo or we got onto it, it was like, ah! But
It's stressing out, yeah.
It's stressing out on the stuff that we had to do still behind the scenes. So look forward to seeing everybody July 9th. Well, at any of our events. But if you want to sponsor, please click on the links. Individual and company sponsors are still more than welcome. Again, 100% of the proceeds after expenses are paid all goes to those 2 awesome charity organizations. Please check out our Facebook page, which you're on today. Like it, share it, follow it, send it to all your friends. Tell them about us, and then our Instagram page and our YouTube page as well. Heroes for Kids Comic-Con.org is the Facebook page, or not the Facebook page, but is the website for the Comic-Con. Please check it out. Get your tickets. They are online. They are available. Less than 30 tickets left on the VIP. So, other than that, Dennis.
Sounds like you got all the bases covered.
And I have been promoting the Comic-Con and the website and Facebook on my YouTube page too.
Yes.
Thank you.
So I
Yes.
wanted to let you know
On that note, please check out our Heroes for Kids Facebook page, our Instagram page, and our YouTube page, all listed under Heroes for Kids, Perryville Mo. We love you guys. Thank you all for all your support, and good night.